Hey, it's Ashley Harris. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We are going to be making a shaker tag and or ornament with the Tag Builder Blueprint 6 from My Favorite Things. I have already pre-cut this, so we're going to get started. I'm going to take my score tape and I'm going to put some along the edges of the tag, and so we can be ready for the acetate we are going to be putting on it. So we're going to take that and put it down, and then we will grab our acetate. This is the Embossable Window Plastic by Judikins, and I will take a baby wipe and clean that off and get the static that may be clinging to it, and just preparing that piece of acetate for my tag. I let it dry a little bit, and then I'm going to take my tag and take the release paper off of the score tape, and I don't know about you, but for some reason, don't understand what, but as I'm going on taking that release paper off, there's always one stubborn piece where it just won't come off, and it won't come off, and it won't come off, and then I need to switch hands, and then for some reason it comes right off, no big deal. And so I do that here, and we press that down onto the acetate and get that smoothly put on. Then I will take my Tim Holtz tonic scissors and I will go around cutting make sure cutting behind the die cut and not get that die cut in your scissors. So we'll put those away, and then we're going to take the super cute stamp from Lawn Fawn Tiny Tag Saying the Just For You sentiment. We're going to take Versified Onyx Black ink, and we're going to ink that up and stamp that sentiment on the front of the tag. And it's just so perfect for this. I love it. So immediately upon stamping, I clean it off with a baby wipe because that ink is super sticky and I don't want any residue on it when I store it. Alright, now we are going to be taking our Crafty Foam Tape by Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L, and we're going to be putting on the outside of that window to get ready for our shaker tag and all the fun stuff that's going in it. We will be doing this and doubling up the height of it. So we will be placing it, sticking it down, and then putting another layer of Crafty Foam Tape on top. And what this does, it gives you your sequins a more clearance to move fluidly within your shaker. And I find that just works so much better than just a single layer of foam tape, which I have done. But I love the fact that it's more fluid and it's more active, and it's more fun. It's more entertaining. Let's just be real. So here I am just cutting away, and it's funny if you notice I'm using 2 pairs of scissors. I'm using my Fiskars non-stick, and then I'm also using my Tim Holtz tonic, but I think I moved to my Fiskars because of the ridges on my tonic Tim Holtz scissors. It just was easier to cut the Fiskars, the foam tape with the Fiskars. So at least cutting the strips. Anyway, I just thought it was highly unusual that I was doing that. But all right, I am doubling up the height of that foam tape. So I hope your shopping is going well. Mine is hit or miss. I have had one super challenging item I've been looking for. I literally called almost every estate in the western United States yesterday looking for an item that is not within 100 miles of me. So I ended up finding one in Washington State. I'm in Arizona, and my cousin thankfully lived in that city, and so he was able to pick that up for me, and he's going to be shipping it to me. Hallelujah. But woo-wee, what a pain. I hope this child really loves this gift. So I am going ahead, and I am going to be taking some foam tape and then putting it at the bottom, and I'm going to make sure that there is evenly dispersed, put on this tag. And so when you put the tag back on it, everything is uniform and ready to go. So now I'm going to be taking my sequins, and these are, eventually, but the sequins I'll be using are from Pretty Pink Posh. I believe it's called the Holiday Mix. I'm not quite sure, but I have both the sizes, the 8mm, maybe 6mm, and the 4mm, I believe. And so these little divider things are just the best thing I picked up from Hobby Lobby this last week, and they have saved my life because I have so many sequins that need to be stored better than just in little baggies. So I'm putting those in there, and I'm also going to take some sequins from Simon Says Stamp. They're a mixture of all different sizes, and it gives us a little bit more shine and sparkle to this shaker tag. All right, so we're going to be adding those in and setting that aside. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult because as you're taking the release paper off of this crafty foam tape, you need to be very careful not to jar the sequins onto your tape, because if they do, they will be a beast to get off. Trust me, I did it in this, and you'll see there's a green one that gets stuck to the top. And the beauty of editing, I was able to remove it. It took 3 minutes out of this video that you don't need to see me taking a sequin off of my crafty foam tape. So just be careful when you're taking off that release tape that you don't jar your sequins and get stuck. So now that we've got that release tape off, we're going to take the back of that tag and we are going to make sure that the proper side is right side out, if that makes sense. And we're going to adhere that on very carefully so it matches up, and turn it over, and look at that. You've got your shaker card. I love it. It just makes me happy. So I'm going to take a pre-stamped and colored image from Mama Elephant Reindeer Games, and I'm going to put those extra pieces of foam tape on the back, and waste not, want not, that's what I say. So I'm pretty conservative with my adhesives and all that good stuff. I like to have things go a long way and make them stretch. So on this little guy, I'm just putting one layer of foam tape on there and using up the rest of that scraps that I had previous. So he's going to go right next to that sentiment, and he's going to be the cutest little thing ever. And I put him on there and took off that release tape. And then I put my red stickles and put it right on his nose, because who doesn't want Rudolph on their tag? I mean, for reals, look how cute that guy is. And who doesn't want Rudolph? I mean, for reals. So here's a tip. As I putting on the stickles, I had gone outside of the line, and you're going to see that. And so what I do is I take my Tim Holtz, I don't know what you call it. It's a paper piercer, I believe it is, technical term. And I take it and I wipe the extra stickles off, and I was able to remove it from where it had gone out of the line. So I'm gonna let that dry. And then right now I'm taking this lovely baker's twine, and I got it in like the dollar spot at Joe, or I don't want to say, it was about $2 in Joann's, and it was in a super cute little section. And so I'm taking that and I am doubling up and tying a little bow. And I love to do this because I think it gives it a little bit extra dimension and more texture to it. It's just fun. So I'm tying that into a bow, and then I'm going to trim the edges, or trim the ends, and I will adhere that with my Ranger Multimedia mat in just a second. I'm going to trim those lovely edges off, and we're going to get going. So I'm going to place it right there, and then we're going to take the multimedia mat, like I said, and we're going to squeeze it right there on to our tag. And this is a little bit, I need a little bit more force than normal because it is on low volume. So we're going to need some more of that soon. But I'm going to go ahead and I just set mine there and let it dry. Sometimes if it's not going to stay, I will take my EK Success tweezers and I will hold it with that and help that to stay while it dries. Then I'm going to take some more twine and I'm going to loop it and thread it through the top of that top hole. And we're going to tie it off, and that would be our tag. This is just a super fun and relatively quick project. I had planned on doing this, but now I finally have been able to get to it. So we're going to just tie that off like a simple knot on the top, and we're going to trim off those edges and make it nice and finished, and then we are done. Super simple, super easy, and just a fun tag or ornament if you want to put on the tree for someone to have. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you found this useful, like and subscribe if you would like, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.